And it's really about your mindset of anytime you see a free Wi-Fi sign, getting that business owner or getting that franchise or shopping mall or event venue to think about guest Wi-Fi as an ROI or as a return on investment. So the idea is a lot of clients that already have hardware, expensive hardware in some cases, and those who just offer guest Wi-Fi at a small location, they need to think about monetizing that. They need to think about collecting customer data because it's a missed opportunity. Every time somebody comes in and uses their guest Wi-Fi, it's just another email address or phone number that they don't have. Integrate with existing marketing stacks. So if you have an agency, clearly if you have a local business and they're collecting emails, they're storing those emails somewhere. So if it's MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, Ontraport, whatever they're using, this is your chance to directly feed data into that platform. And better yet, if you're managing it for them, it's a bigger audience for you to charge more money to send your email marketing, to do your Facebook ads, to do any of the stuff that you're currently doing today, like text message marketing, all that stuff. You have a lot more data when you're integrating with the tools you're already using. And this will all help you and your local business grow new revenue streams. It's not about Wi-Fi. What you're selling is loyalty. You're selling a solution, you're selling data, and you're selling the ability to monetize that data to bring customers back, keep them more loyal. And at the end of the day, your client is paying you not for your Wi-Fi solution, they're paying you for the revenue that they're going to get from selling this. And specifically those who work with retailers know that brick and mortar is being Amazoned. This is not a new thing. This has been happening for years, but it's actually an epidemic. There's a ton of data out there right now about stores that are closing down. I'm sure you know about major retail store chains that all know and love are closing down every day. What's happening right now is people go to the store like Best Buy, they feel, try, and touch the product, they look at the product there, but then they immediately pull out their phone and then buy it online. So they're essentially transferring the profit from brick and mortar online. So these brick and mortar retailers need to understand something. 60% of people and shoppers who actually visit retail stores and physical stores demand in-store Wi-Fi according to Oracle. And according to Cisco, 96% of consumers prefer to shop at stores that have free Wi-Fi, and they're also more likely to return. So with this expectation, and with all these people still coming into retail stores, I mean, that might not last, but currently there's still thousands of people, millions of people every day that walk into these physical locations, and these retailers are not doing anything about it. And if they don't adapt, they will die. Literally, you need to scare your clients. If your clients are any of the above that I mentioned earlier, you need to talk about how if they don't start collecting data and if they don't start understanding their customer and sending them text messages and emails and retargeting them, they're not going to last for long. And that's exactly why our solution works so great for these local businesses, because these brands understand that when you have a client walking into your location, that is your best client. If you later run an ad on Facebook or you want to spend money on media, like a lot of these partners do, they spend millions of dollars on media, and they're throwing an ad out there hoping that the relevant audience can see that ad. The benefit of collecting data when you have people using your Wi-Fi is that your best customers are at your location, you're collecting their data, you're understanding who they are, and then you're using the algorithms on Facebook and other media networks to retarget people like or similar to them, right? So you all know like similar audiences or like audiences on Facebook, same kind of thing, but this is using the best seed possible. So any kind of application you're working with, you can collect data, understand their audience, send emails, text messages, Facebook ads, etc. So all of this is powered by your brand under your domain. We integrate with most of the hardware out there currently. So Aruba Networks, Extreme Networks, Cisco, Meraki specifically are very big in retail installs. MikroTik is very big globally. OpenMesh, which is now owned by Datto, is also a great solution. And what you'll find is a lot of clients that you're targeting, any of these airports, shopping malls, restaurants, they already have hardware like this on the ceiling. They've already paid for that expense. They've already had somebody come and install it. But what they're not doing is monetizing it. They're not taking that data and turning it into an experience. They're not taking that Wi-Fi and turning it into an experience. They're not collecting data. They're not sending that data to third parties. And they're not automating marketing activities to bring results, to actually have clients come back to those locations. So here's how it works. Pretend I am a guest, and I'm a guest who walks into a local business, could be one of your clients, a restaurant, coffee shop, hotel, even a stadium. And I pull out my phone to connect to Wi-Fi. I usually see a sign that says free Wi-Fi, or I see an incentive like connect to Wi-Fi today in order to win X, or connect to Wi-Fi to join a mailing, or not necessarily join a mailing list, but to get free coupons or whatever it is. And that promo is not only offering free Wi-Fi for those that want the data, but it's also incentivizing people. So I want you to put your marketing hats on and start thinking about when you're talking to clients, it's not just about free Wi-Fi. It's about, give me another reason why I should connect to your Wi-Fi. What is that reason? It's something of value. So a chance to win something, enter to win X, give away a $100 gift card once a month. That's a small thing to spend to get a ton of data through the door. So as a guest, I would pull up my phone, I would connect to Wi-Fi, I would see a custom splash page. This can all be designed directly through our platform, which I'll demo momentarily. You can have multiple login options. We recommend Facebook, email, and SMS as the top three, but we also have other social networks and even a payment option to allow you to connect your Stripe account and have people pay to access Wi-Fi. What happens is when people connect with one of these login options, we get a ton of data, like their name, their email address, their phone number, their device type, whether they're new or returning, how much time they spent, their birthday, their gender, the kind of operating system and device, kind of hand in hand what they're using, where they logged in, any kind of automation that is planned to be sent to them or already sent to them, and any aggregated revenue, essentially an estimate of how much they're worth to the business. And after that guest, instantly, once that guest connects, we collect that data and we store it in the dashboard. But that guest also has a longer experience. So when they connect, they also get a thank you page, a confirmation page before they continue. And that data is also sent to any third party. So as I mentioned, we integrate with a ton. If you're interested in to see exactly what we integrate with, check it out on our website, mywifinetworks.com. But I can assure you that through Zapier, whatever's not directly integrated, we can integrate with almost anything out there. And we also have a webhook that can send data to any third party. What you can do with that is trigger different automations that happen in real time, happen on demand, or happen after certain criteria is met. So you can say, for example, when somebody disconnects from your location, not in real time, but 2 hours later, for the first time, send them a message. And you can do that, like I mentioned, with triggers. And the triggers are these, and you can really set up a whole bunch of different formula. So for example, if somebody comes back for the 5th time, 3 hours after they disconnect, do this. And you can do all these different things and set all these up in our system very easily. And all of that is tracked. So you can do things like sending emails, SMS messages, send to third parties to ultimately let you do anything. Those who sell Facebook ads, like I mentioned, we also allow you to automatically pixel users that are connecting to the network. So when a customer comes, uses the Wi-Fi, we automatically add that pixel or that user to the pixel on Facebook Custom Audience. Later, when that customer leaves the store at a predefined time, whenever you choose on Facebook ads, they will see your ad, and anyone similar to them can also be lured into that location because it's a great way to understand exactly who is connecting and then also retarget them on networks. So all these features, you can find out more on our website. I don't want to go too deep into all these, but everything's under your brand. We have a ton of analytics. You can create your own splash pages. You can automate it all. You have sub-user access, so your clients can log in themselves. You can set everything up easily, really easily. We have a sales CRM, as we call it, that allows you to generate custom URLs and trackable links to lure clients and demo clients before you even have to plug in a device at all. You can demo and show them exactly what it's about. And the platform is also available in over 30 languages for users who log in, and in almost half a dozen languages now for the platform itself. So all these locations are all branded with your name, your domain. And again, like I can go through all of these and show you all these, but I'd rather literally show you a live demo. So those who want to see this, if you go to our website under features, I go through this. There's actually these exact slides that you can go through. So something we recently launched is real-time broadcast actions. So now you can trigger emails, SMS messages, or MMS, which is picture messages, to any third party or any third party automation in real time. So you no longer have to wait for a trigger to happen. You can filter, I want to connect with all people that connected last week using a mobile phone who connected with Facebook and who came back for the 2nd time. You can automatically trigger something with those users. Okay, we also launched MMS, so Twilio MMS, where you can upload a file, send it along with a text message. Like I mentioned, we launched our platform in Portuguese. We connected with Cisco Meraki with a new API integration, which allows you to connect in literally just a few clicks, just pasting your API key. We now allow you to connect with other OpenWRT firmware. So any of these hardware providers, if you have the exact model number and name that we have a firmware for, you can now source devices locally and get a whole bunch more. And again, I'm not going to go through all this because you guys can actually scroll through this yourself on our website. Just where to find this is you go to click on updates, and you'll see all these updates here where you can actually go through all the stuff that we launched in the last little bit.